channel, Miss Criticizer 2021. If you're here for the very first time, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Your #1 source for pageantry news, pop culture, entertainment, comedy, drama, you name it, you name it, you name it, you name it. I am here to cover it. So, I am here to cover today's pageant, which is called Miss International Queen. So I said, oh, it's Miss International year already, because there are two separate pageants, you know, Miss International. But then they said Miss International Queen. And then on top of that, I saw the controversy that was happening. So I said, oh, two different organizations. Come to find out that this is a transgender pageant. And it has been going on for almost 20 years, which I never knew of. It's actually organized in Thailand, and understandably so. Thailand is a very trans-welcoming country, and also when it comes to gender reassignment surgery, that's almost like the #1 place in the world, and also very affordable. So many transgender people who cannot really afford the main surgery, for example in the West, they go to Thailand, and even in Thailand they still do a good job when it comes to the surgery. So to be honest, I said, okay, that is a good idea. And I'm not going to lie, I'm glad that they have a pageant for the transgenders, because when it comes to most pageants, especially what we've been seeing in Miss Universe and other places, they said that transgenders are welcome. And even though we all have respect for them, but I've always stressed that I don't think it's fair that transgender women are competing with biological women in competitions like that, in sports, in everything. I'm just being honest. It has nothing to do with discrimination, but we're talking about fairness. So hence why I said that I think it's a very good initiative that they actually have a pageant that's solely for them, focused on them. And even the good thing is that whoever wins is still going to be a transgender. When a transgender, for example, who competes in, let's say, Miss Universe and all that, you're competing with how many biological women? The chances of you winning is not really there. And like I said, we're talking about fairness. So I'm glad that they actually did that. Yeah. I've watched the show. The show was enjoyable. I'm not going to lie. One thing about Thailand and pageantry, oh my God, those people know how to utilize it. They and the Philippines. When it comes to their adverts are so enjoyable to watch. They'll cover everything. They'll cover tourism, they'll cover culture, they cover the hotel industry, they cover the medical tourism part. They basically cover everything, and the adverts are so nice. So I like what they do with pageantry. They utilize it very well, and it's not like they just do it for the sake of, oh, we just need to rush and send a representative to represent us on a world stage. No, I actually love what they're doing in Thailand. And so now I'm going to go straight to the show. I'll tell you who were my favorites, who were my least favorites, who were the funniest, and just everything. We're going to have a good time. That's what pageantry is all about. First of all, I love the intro videos, which is the VT. So we basically see each country, the slides of each country where they present themselves. It's not a lot of countries, to be honest, that are participating in Miss International Queen. Like I said, understandably so. You know, some countries, they don't have the license for it, and now to send their countries for it. So yeah, hence why I'll say that most of the countries that participated were predominantly Asian countries and Latin countries. So now when it comes to the intro performance with all these men in the white, silver bodysuits, it's giving the early 2000s. Like I told you, I'm a millennial, I'm from the 2000s, we saw the trends, we saw the outfit. It's actually giving Oops, I Did It Again from Britney Spears. If you watch the video, I love what the guys were wearing. I love that the guys could perform very well. Now the queen that they have there who was singing, I believe she's a former Miss International Queen winner. But the lady, she was lip syncing. She said, listen, I'm only here to look good. I'm only here to flaunt myself. And yeah, I'm just here to do the runway. She wasn't singing live. She was not singing live at all. And she said, listen, it's Victoria's Secret. I'm walking with the feathers, honey. I am going to look good. It comes naturally. I love it. How they opened the... I actually loved it. How they opened the dance. You know, our former queen who was performing there. Everything comes naturally. It comes naturally. It comes naturally. So yeah, it's giving Las Vegas showgirls, but it's giving. I like it. And also what I loved is how they introduced each of the contestants. So each lady that came out, this is what I'm talking about, creativity. You have the male dancers there and they're behind, they're basically dancing or standing behind the contestant. That is a proper introduction. So as Brazil is there, she has 5 of the men there and she gets to showcase herself. They take their time to show everybody. I love the creativity behind it. Now when it comes to this intro segment, this silver part and all that, and I love the color coordination, the white silver thing. So I'll just tell you the people who stood out to me in that silver part, because like I said, I'm looking at confidence, I'm looking at stature, you're looking at the it factor, the pose. You know, you need to look confident, you need to also look good and beautiful. That's what it's all about. So my standouts were Cuba, Japan, Malaysia, Philippines, Thailand, USA. Also, I forgot to mention, Ecuador was also a standout to me in this intro round. And like I said, this is not in order because I had to note it down for who all. But they were all equally standouts in this intro round. They gave me the it factor, they gave me the shasha zoom, they gave me everything. Now, the ones that I was least impressed in this intro round was Indonesia. She was clueless. She was just clueless. Her walk was funny. I know she's petite, but even if you're petite, you need to, you know, you need to show out your big personality. But she was a bit funny and she was a bit awkward, yeah. And also, Czech Republic, her makeup to me was the worst because she was looking like a squirrel. I don't know what was happening with the makeup, but the makeup it wasn't given. The makeup, as if she did that makeup in the dark. I'm not going to lie. Czech Republic's makeup was a hot mess. Colombia had the most work done. When I tell you she had the most work done, she probably had like 15 or 20 plastic surgery on herself. She said, listen, I'm a bad bee. I'm a bad bitch. And I'm going to stand out. I'm going to look good. I'm going to outshine everybody. Yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to outshine everybody. Laos was tiny, but she was feisty, like I said. And that's what I meant, that's what Miss Indonesia should have done. Oh my God, Laos, she was feisty. She's tiny. She walked. She did She just walked and she said, "I'm shining through." She had the swag. And let me tell you guys something. Even in this round, the ones to me that looked the most feminine, the ones where I'm like, oh, with you guys, I would never, ever, ever know, yeah, is Miss USA, Miss Philippines, and Miss Thailand. Those 3, oh my God, if you would not have told me, I would think that they're biological women. Those 3 really, 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 really looked like women. But like I said, I'm not discriminating. I'm just saying what stood out to me. So these 3 really, really looked like women. Anyway, let's continue to the next round. As they're completing this round, of course, they're going to their beautiful, lovely adverts and they're introducing their sponsors. And one thing, like I said, Thailand, when it comes to the sponsorships, they put them to good use. We're going to see their purpose. We're going to see everything that they do. And so we're being introduced to all the judges. And for me, the judges selection is the most interesting one that I've ever seen. We have 4 surgeons, 4 doctors, and is it 5 or 6 former queens? And I think 1 veteran actress or somebody who is in the entertainment industry. So I say, okay, this is very interesting. But to have like 6 former queens, I'm like, are there no other icons that you could have put influential people and all that, but hey, it is what it is. Also the doctors. And like I said, I am new to Miss International Queen, because this, like I said, this is new to me. I'll probably do more research, but just correct me if I'm wrong. The prize for the winner, is there going to be like a sponsorship from the clinic? You know, when it comes to plastic surgery or all that, I see that they kind of have a heavy influence in this. Or are they going to be the face of a clinic, advertising and all that? What is it going to be? Just tell me what it is, yeah. So now, I like that we went to the nitty-gritty. They went straight into the evening gown. I loved it. I loved it. So I'll tell you who my favorite were. In the evening gown, like I said, I look at the gown, I look at the outfit, I look at presentation, I look at the it factor, your walk, basically your body language, your eye contact, the aura that you need to have. So yeah, I'll call out my favorite and my least favorite. So evening gown, I'll run you first through my favorites. So the first favorite that came, like I said, this is alphabetical order, yeah, is Miss Cuba. Miss Cuba, she was giving in that outfit. She knew how to walk, she knew how to look into the camera, flirt with the camera, took her time to really walk, and she has that confidence, that diva attitude. That's what I'm getting from it. She's walking like, yeah, I'm the diva, I'm the queen, but that's what you need in the pageantry. That's what you need when it comes to the walking. So she was definitely my favorite. Ecuador also looked amazing. I love the outfit. I love the details on the outfit. She took her time, slowly she walked. I also love the hair, the makeup. I actually love Ecuador. Ecuador was a standout to me too. So yeah, she was a standout, shoulders up high, walking, making sure that she smiles each angle that she's given. Amazing. Miss Malaysia actually looked stunning too. Similar dress, but she looked stunning. The curves in that dress, oh my god, was standing out. Now I will say she was very careful when she was walking. She was basically counting the steps in her head. She said, listen, I'm not going to slip. And she's carrying a load too, you know. She got a big behind. But she looks stunning whatsoever, so I will give her that. Miss USA looked stunning. Miss USA looked stunning. I liked how she walks, shoulder up high. I love the dress. I love everything. The golden dress, and this is what I was talking about, something that goes with your skin tone. Look at how that gold is melting on her skin. Look at how she's just walking effortlessly. I love the updo on the hair. And hence why I said that this is the type of style that I like, you know, on our type of women. Updo, because it shows the beauty of your face, the beauty of the cheekbones. She has a 90s look. Miss USA really killed it for me. Seriously, I liked it. These were also my favorites. This is Peru. I loved it. Looks very elegant, like the First Lady, even though I wish I would have seen it in a deeper color, like red, blue, green, but it's still nice. Thailand also looks stunning. Oh my God, the figure looks good. And Miss Vietnam, she looks stunning. She looks like a character from she actually looks like a villain, almost like the second Morticia, but stunning. Miss Indonesia, oh, bless her heart. Bless her heart. I'm not sure if she's nervous or anything, because I criticized her the same way I criticized Miss Kazakhstan when I was doing Miss Echo. She doesn't appear to be confident. The walking is looking quite doubtful. But yeah, the outfit wasn't given. But again, you know, like I said, they're trying to give opportunity to everybody. I think this is just more so a fair chance, you know, and I think this was to just build her confidence. I did like what she did in the end when she did like this. So she tried something, you know. I said, oh, bless her. She's so adorable and cute, but she wasn't a standout. I'm sorry. Also, the one that I'll say, which is my least favorite, I like the dress, I just didn't like it on her, was Miss Laos. Miss Laos, the dress was nice, but I'm sorry to say this, she was too pale. Her skin was too pale for that dress. I'm not going to lie. That dress would go for a skin tone that is a bit tanned, browner, a bit slightly on the darker side, so that you can see it shine. But it was almost like a skin tone type of dress, and it didn't make it stand out. Now she did very well in regards to the presentation. I know she almost fell down, she almost slipped, but she carried on and she said, you know what, I am going to show it off. So these ones were also the worst for me. Chile. Oh my God. This my favorite color purple, but the dress is so lackluster. It lacks style. It looks so old fashioned. I mean there's old fashioned and there's style, but this is just bleh. China's one, I'm 50-50 on it. It's very classy and elegant, but it's very aged. It's like I said, it looks so boring. Turkey one was even the worst for me. It's Turkey, I don't even want to talk about Turkey. Huge disappointment. I hate that dress. Come on, you're on a competition and you're coming with a child dress. Terrible. The yellow one, to be honest, I forgot which country she was from. The outfit is, I don't know how to say it. It looks incomplete because I actually kind of like it, but it looks incomplete, like something is missing. I hate the style. But yeah, those are the worst ones for me. So now I think they have to cut down the numbers, and so they're just giving out the accolades. Miss Photogenic was Miss Thailand. Like I told you, Thailand has the face. Thailand really, really has the face in person. So I can just imagine that she would even look better even in photos. Really, really well. The person who did the job on Miss Thailand. Amazing. Miss Ecuador! Wow. Yeah. The winner of the best evening gown is Miss Ecuador. Like I said, she was also one of my favorites in the evening gown, so even well deserved, you know. All the ones that I've called who were my best evening gown, all of them deserve it, but she was also included, so it's well deserved. I cannot complain. Venezuela's dress is nice. Empower her. Eh? Empower her is the way that we can empower all trans women around to the world. Those voice. Eh? Uniqueness. Unique. I think the most interesting. So they announced the top 12, and like I said, I kind of expected this top 12 because those are most of the other one. These ones are the ones that I called my favorite. So it was actually a well-deserved top 12, and I see that what most of the ladies who were selected, of course, they said in the VT is, you know, beauty. It's nice to have beauty on the outside, but but what really makes beauty, what makes your beauty stand out is the beauty within, being kind, being empathetic, and also others also said that they are just grateful to be given this platform to make an impact in the trans community, for their own community, and just saying that, listen, if I can do it, you can do it too. So I thought it was actually nice that they said it, and yeah, they went straight to the point. Okay, so Miss Brazil, she's quite tall, very, very tall, long legs and everything. But it seems like she was in a hurry to just walk off very, very quickly. She was doing a bit too much. But like I said, she tried a bit, but the walk was slightly sloppy. That's all I just have to say. What a waste of height. Next. So now we have Olivia from Cuba. Olivia, to be honest, her walk is really good. She's very confident. She's very sure in herself. The only thing is that I was distracted by her botched butt implants. It's so terrible. You just ruin yourself with that. But I felt like her walk was very strong. She has a strong presence. Like I said, I see a diva in her. But yeah. So now we go to Miss Ecuador, who is also my favorite. I think Miss Ecuador looks natural. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, she looks very, very natural. With her, you just will not know, you know, and she takes her time. I like that she does it effortlessly and she does not really do too much, but she still manages to shine giving a bit of the girl next door look. And like I said, I do like the hair. But yeah, Miss Ecuador, she looks stunning. And now we have, who do we have? We have Japan. Japan, this swimsuit round, I was a bit disappointed in her because I liked her in the intro, but I'm not sure if she was nervous here. She had that nervous laughter, and like I said, I was a bit disappointed in how she was. It just looks like she was a bit clueless in here. Her walk was quite weak. Again, I'm quite disappointed in these swimsuits. I just do not like this. Is it silk? This, how do you call this fabric? I do not like this fabric. This type of fabric always makes you look worse. Is this Miss Laos? Miss Laos, feisty one. She killed it, like I said before. Yeah, Malaysia. Oh my God, Malaysia. She's stunning. But again, I'm also distracted by the butt implant. It just makes the hip not look good. But like I said, she's very, very stunning. She's giving me Maxine magazine vixen, sexy bombshell. So this one is Nicaragua. I'm not going to lie, but Nicaragua actually looks like a natural woman. I'm not even going to lie. Nicaragua really looks natural. To be honest, the body shape, she had one of the best bodies. Philippines looks cute. She looks like I told her, she also looks like a woman, very sassy, beautiful. She looks like a Latina even. Very, very, very stunning. Thailand, like I said earlier, the person who did Thailand's job did an amazing, amazing. So USA, stunning. Like I told you, USA is really giving me Tyra Banks. It's giving me 90s type of feeling. I love how she walks very naturally, very, very effortless. She takes her time. She doesn't really do too much. And yeah, it's giving fierceness, even the way she flips her ponytail. Nice smile, nice long legs. And yeah, the body is kind of looking natural. Like I said, with her too, you will not know. Oh gosh, they're giving us a run for their money. Love the hairstyle. Then we have Miss Venezuela, the blondie. Venezuela, um, again, you wouldn't know. Um, yeah, um, I'm not such a fan of her walk. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, but yeah, it's giving fierceness. Miss Vietnam, like I told you, she looks like the villain in a cartoon. She has that villain look, and yeah, I like it. It's giving Patricia. No, they did well. So they've announced the top six, and it's USA, Philippines, Vietnam, Ecuador, Cuba, Laos. As expected, it's a good top six. Very strong contender. So now we get to the exciting part of it, the Q&A. We start with Miss Universe, Miss USA, sorry. And so they ask, in this world, if this world is experiencing economic disparities, inflation, and rising cost of living in many places, how could you survive and inspire people to overcome? And I felt that the answer she gave was very, very strong. She expressed how she was homeless, she lost her job, um, battling isolation due to her trans status, and basically losing it all. She knows how it feels and she knows how it is, when it comes to obstacles. But she keeps proving herself that she can break barriers and that she can stand up when she falls down, trying to at least inspire others that, you know what, don't let it get to you. You fight multiple times till you get up. I think that's a good answer. So, Miss Philippines, they asked her, there are still many conflicts around the world. If you were crowned Miss International Queen, how would you use your platform to promote peace? And she actually gave a good answer. I just felt she didn't delve deeper into it, but regardless, so she said that usually conflict occurs due to misunderstanding. Love has it's an international language, and at the end of the day, we need to love each other regardless. I felt the first line was okay, but it didn't really delve deep, if that made sense. But hey, she tried. But yeah, it was a bit of a weaker answer. So they asked Miss Cuba, if you are discriminated against, what can you do to stand up for yourself with pride? To be honest, she gave a very strong answer. I'm not even going to lie. So she answered that in hard moments, it's always good to approach things with elegance and class. When it comes to violence, you don't ever resolve anything. That's not to go about it. She said if a conflict ever were to happen, take the right procedures, escalate it the proper way. Also, she believes in education because ignorance, if there's ignorance, you don't know how to go about things the right way. So people have to be educated, and we need to be you need to be level-headed when it comes to resolving things. So I felt, yeah, she kind of had a strong answer. So now we go to the top three. That's USA, Cuba, and Vietnam. And they asked them this question. It's the same question they ask all three of them. Sometimes our greatest growth comes after a fall, but what has been your biggest failure and what has been a biggest learning experience? So Cuba actually said that she was there last year and she felt very insecure. She wore a wig and she covered her tattoos. So she did what was perceived like that by the public. But then she felt like this is not me. This year she's coming to show you the true her, showing her tattoo, showing her without the wig, without the hair. She wants to be natural because she says that see me for the real me. I'm tired of hiding and I'm showing it. And I felt like, okay, that's a fair answer. I mean, you do have the botched, um, you know, butt implant, but hey, anyway, it is a fair answer. So yeah. So they asked the same question to Miss USA. What has been your greatest growth? After all, same question. And to be honest, her answer, oh my God. Hence why I said I don't like cliche answers, but her answer came from the heart. She said something that everybody can relate to. She basically said that, as us humans, or especially as us women, we are so hard on ourselves, very, very hard on ourselves, making us feel like we cannot make mistakes. But she said, listen, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to learn from your mistakes. As you grow, we learn, we evolve when it comes to things. We know the type of approach to make. And sometimes it's okay to pat yourself at the back and say, listen, I'm okay. It's okay not to feel bad. This is how we grow. I said, this is it. And then from there, you learn to love yourself. Amazing. No wonder. That's the winning answer, baby. So we have to announce the winner, and the winner is none other than Miss USA. She did an amazing, amazing, amazing job. She stood out. She performed very well. She performed with elegance, with class. She was the clear winner. Her answers um, were below the surface level. They were not your typical answers. And even the way she carried herself, she deserves it. Oh my God, she did a wonderful, wonderful job. And you know what? More doors will open for her. She has received a lot of love. And yeah, I cannot wait to see it. And yeah, there's going to be a continuation to this video just so that I wanted to explain to you guys. I have been seeing the controversy, but I could not discuss it in this video. This video is just to cover the pageant. Yeah, because that's what I do as a pageant reviewer. Tomorrow I'll do a separate video in depth, in front of the camera, of course, where I'll give my objective analysis. So stay tuned to that. Anyway, amazing. Congratulations, Miss USA, Miss Monet, honey. Miss Monet, you work it. Congratulations.